Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're in the world. Welcome to the Armory. Welcome to Full Time Sports Network. Welcome to X. Welcome to a very early morning on a Saturday to do this. Sorry, time frames are just really impossible for me at the moment, so I'm trying to do the streams when I can. Big up to Tammy, always here. Thank you very much, mate. Timmy going for a 0-5 Forest preview is over. Fair enough. Thoughts on the Jesus plus cash deal for Isaac in January? I don't see it happening personally. Isaac will have to make the first move, so would have to say to Newcastle owners, look, I want to go. But like I've said for Isaac, I think Newcastle would have to be in a position where it's going to be quite tricky for them to get Europe. Europe for them is essential, probably more essential than it is for the bigger clubs, if I'm honest, because otherwise their business plan does not pan out. So I think if you look at it in terms of just pure football, it makes total sense. Jesus to Newcastle, Isaac to Arsenal. Makes total sense, but I just don't see it happening in January personally. Newcastle are doing all right, to be fair, and Jesus is an unknown quality right now because he's not performing at Arsenal at all. I do think maybe because we're restricting him by the way that he plays and stuff, but yeah, it's just not working out right now. Right, so since the Premier League started, we have played Nottingham Forest 14 times, drawn 3 times, Arsenal 9 wins, Forest 2 wins, 5 at home for Arsenal, 4 away, just 2 at home for Nottingham Forest. Recent meetings. Last time we played them at the Emirates, we beat them 2-1. Time before that, 5-0. Big up to BX. Just got home from work at 2:30 a.m. and right on time, it seems. Big up to BX. Big up, mate. Well, I've just been literally watching the Las Vegas qualifying. So, yeah, I'm kind of on American time at the moment because I've just watched the qualifying in Las Vegas. But, yeah, hope you're doing well, mate. Hope work wasn't too bad for you. So, yeah, they're the recent meetings. Form guide. To be fair, Nottingham Forest are doing very well. Who's on pole? George Russell, mate. Verstappen's 5th. Norris is 6th. So yeah, decent. Colapinto crashed at the end of Q2, which delayed Q3 a bit. But yeah, it was quite entertaining, to be fair. Obviously, it's quite a cold track in Las Vegas, which is quite weird saying it in Nevada. But yeah, it was quite entertaining. If you can watch it, mate, replay it, because honestly it's quite decent, to be fair. Form guide. Arsenal 1 win in 5. Forest 3 wins in 5. Obviously they just lost to Newcastle. As we talk about Newcastle, they're doing pretty decent. To be Forest, Nottingham Forest are decent at the moment, so they're having a good start of the season. Questionable, like what kind of opposition they've been facing. It's a bit hit and miss, but yeah, the stats will show you how well Forest are at the moment. Right, so this is the first page. There's two pages of stats now, so get used to it. Arsenal 4th, Forest 5th. Both won the same amount, drawn the same amount, lost the same amount. Yes, we have with Forest. Goals scored 1.6 per game for us, 1.4 for Forest. Goals conceded 1.1 for us, 0.9 for Forest. Yes, they're doing better than us. Chances created per game is 2.8, 2 for Forest. Clean sheets, 3 for us, 4 for Forest. Yes, their stats are better than ours. Right, let's move into the actual nitty-gritty of it. Average possession per match is 50.2% for Arsenal. Average possession for Nottingham Forest is 41.6% per match. XG. I know you guys love it. 17.3. This is over the season, by the way. XG for Forest is 14.6. Shots on target per match is 4.9 for Arsenal, 5.2 for Forest. accurate passes, if I can get my teeth in. This is per match, by the way. 256.7 accurate passes for Forest is 284.4. Accuracy in long balls, 17.9 compared to Forest, 21.4. Obviously, there is a certain striker they've got called Chris Wood, which is what they kind of play to. So it doesn't surprise me that they do a lot more long balls, but their accuracy is a lot better than ours. Accurate crosses is 4 for us, 3.5 for Forest. XG conceded per game, 12.1 for us, 11.4 for Forest. As you can see, that is very impressive by Forest. 12.1 is actually pretty good. But Forest are even better than us. So yeah, fouls per match. 12.8 for Arsenal, 11.2 for Forest. I don't see Wood scoring unless it's dodgy pen. He's scored 8 goals this season, mate. Honestly, he's a weird striker. He's one of those that if you're playing FIFA, you'd probably want him, right? Because obviously you're controlling the player, and he's tall, he's got a good strike, but you won't want him at your club in real life. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to knock him because I always believe in football gods. He's someone that's in my 5 to watch. So yeah, I'm gonna be kind and say that he could be a danger. But yeah, it's Chris Wood. Hit and miss, isn't he? Let's be honest. But yeah, right. Injury lists, not great news if I'll be honest. All right, so Forest, they've got Danilo out, Anderson is a doubt, Sangare is a doubt. For Arsenal, it's Calafiori out, Tomiyasu out, White out, long time. Rice is a doubt, Saka is a doubt, Trossard is a doubt. But look, when I put doubts, it doesn't mean they're not going to play. The likelihood is they'll be forced to play or have strapping or painkillers or whatever the problem might be. They'll probably play. So when I put doubts, don't worry too much about it. But I have to be honest, when they are doubts, I have to put it on there as a doubt. So that is that. Let's get into my 5 to watch. This will be interesting. Okay, we're going to start with the first one, Ola Aina. He is their right back. The reason I've done this is because he's looking very sharp at the moment and quite good defensively. Now, obviously, we've got a bit of an issue on our left-hand side. Martinelli's not playing the best. Trossard not playing the best on the left. So, yeah, he could actually be a problem when it goes to Forest with possession and going attacking. So that's why I've put Ola Aina there. Ryan Yates, everyone knows I love him. I think he's absolutely fantastic. He's one of those players I'd love to have him in squad. He's just so hardworking. He really is. I'm so disappointed he's never been called up for England, but it is what it is. But yeah, I think Ryan Yates is one of those hardworking, reliable midfielders that you sometimes just need. Just shove in there and he'll do the job. Elanga, I still don't understand why United got rid of him personally, but hey, it is what it is. So I've put him there. He is quick. He is sharp. He's not having the greatest season this season, but you know the quality's there. Callum Hudson-Odoi, again, quite shocked that Chelsea got rid of him again, but he looks quick and looks sharp again. They've got some danger quick players, and those are the two. And then finally, at the top, Chris Wood. Now you think about it, you've got 2 pacey wingers and then a big target man. That is a dream for some teams, I'll be honest. Big up to the 50 people watching on a very early Saturday morning. But Calafiori trained yesterday. Yeah, but I don't think he's going to be fit enough. Look, the problem is, um, just because people train doesn't necessarily mean that they will be any part of the squad. And I'll be honest, Rice shouldn't have played in the last game against Chelsea. Fractured bone, and you're kind of screwed, really. But it is what it is. My 5 to not watch. I'm with you on this one. Jenkinson, Giroud, Ceballos, Zanogo, and Gervinho, 100%. By the way, Hein is putting up trees in Spain. We might not need a backup goalkeeper next season. We'll wait and see, mate. We'll wait and see. It depends on many situations right now, I'll be honest. So yeah, is Awoniyi fit? As far as I know, he is. Hang on, let me 2 secs, because he hasn't come up on my injury list. I'm just going to double check it now, but he's definitely not come up on my injury list. What the hell am I doing? No, still not on there. Let's have a look. No, there's no list of. There's basically 2 lists that I have, so I can compare them. One is not on either of the list. So yeah, as far as I know, he's fine. I couldn't tell you, mate. BX, I'll be honest. He's not on the lists. I've got 2 different lists, and he's not on either of them. So as long as he's not on there, he's fine. So yeah. But obviously, I even if he, my theory is, mate, Gibbs White. Obviously, being from Wolverhampton myself, I absolutely love the kid. But yeah, Gibbs White, I love. But I'm just thinking, because of the situation with Ben White, because of the situation we have at left back, I feel that their wingers will be a danger. And I think because of our fullback situation against Lieber and Gabriel will be pulled apart, which then will be a threat from Wood. Oh, mate, if I felt that Awoniyi would be starting, but what I do threats from people I believe will start the game, and I think Chris Wood will start the game. Awoniyi is someone I would definitely have at Arsenal as a different type of striker. I love Awoniyi. I really do. I think he's absolutely fantastic. He's the type of striker I enjoy watching. Tell me saying no White, no Calafiori, no Trossard, no Tomiyasu, who cursed us. Football gods, mate. Football gods. Big up to 70 people now watching. Incredible numbers for the Saturday morning. Right, battles. Ryan Yates versus Thomas Partey. To be honest, their stats this season match up. So that is why I've put those 2 together. Matt Sells in goal. Passing accuracy is awful for Matt Sells, I have to be honest, 49%. But overall, he's doing a very good job in the Forest goal. The icing on the top, goal conversion. This is why BX, I think Chris Wood is starting for Forest. His goal conversion is 38% compared to Kai Havertz's 14%. So I think Chris Wood is actually way better than Haaland with goal conversion. So that's, again, reason why Nuno is probably picking him. Now, Magic Maker, I haven't put Odegaard in because I have to be fair to Saka. Saka has been getting the assists. Obviously, Odegaard's out, but Saka's been doing the job, so he's going to be the magic maker for a while, I reckon. Elliot Anderson is Forest. The reason he's there is because he's got the most assists at Forest, so that's the reason he's there. Right, let's get into people's teams that they've picked. Let's do this. going to start with the first team. I'm going to quickly rate them. So the first team is Raya, Timber, Gabriel, Saliba, Gabriel, Lewis Skelly, Rice, Marino, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, Havertz. You know what? I'm going to give this a 7 because I don't like the Rice Marino. I'm not convinced by Marino yet. I'm still waiting. Next team, Raya, Timber, Saliba, Kivior, Gabriel, Party, Rice, Odegaard, Hazard, oh God, Trossard, Havertz. Jesus, that's a 6. Sorry. I just don't like that at all. The midfield's good. I get the Gabriel moving to left back because he can do that comfortably. Jesus on the right, no. It's probably his best business, but Jesus, again, has done nothing for me. So I don't see it. So yeah, 6. I'm big harsh. It's a Saturday morning. Simple as that. Right, next team: Ryan, Nichols, Saliba. Oh, for God's sake, Zinchenko, Party, Marino, Odegaard, Saka, Trossard, and Jesus. Right. This is no offence to Nichols, by the way. This is not the reason I'm marking this down as a 5, but I am. But it's got nothing to do with Josh. So big up to someone picking Josh. Next team: Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Lewis, Kelly, Jorginho, Rice, Waneri, Saka, Sterling, Trossard. Don't understand the Jorginho one, if I'm honest. Maybe resting for Sporting Lisbon, maybe. I don't know. 6. I am in a very mean mood today, I'll be honest. Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Kivior, Jorginho, Marino, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, Havertz, 6. Next one: Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Lewis, Skelly, Party, Marino, Waneri, Saka, Sterling, Havertz. Ooh, a little bit better. I'm going to give this one a 7. I would trust Marino more with Party behind him, if I'm honest, because Rice just hasn't been doing that amazingly this season yet. So 7 for that one. That's decent. I can cope with that. Next one: Raya, Timber, Saliba. Oh, for God's sake, 5. I will go for it though. Gabriel, Zinchenko, Rice, Marino, Waneri, Sterling, Martinelli, and Jesus. My God, 5. Okay. Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Kivior, Party, Zinchenko, Odegaard, Sterling, Martinelli, Havertz. This is more like a 7. I quite like that one, to be fair. Kivior on the left back. Yeah, got no major issues with that. Zinchenko actually in the number 8. Got 0 issues with that. Sterling starting, letting Saka have a bit of a rest. Got no issues with that. Well, yeah, that's a 7. I'm happy with that one. And finally, Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Lewis, Skelly, Party, Zinchenko, Odegaard, Sterling, Trossard, Havertz. Again, no issues with that. 7. Easy. I can no longer put Heine alternatives. I saw make a point back. So, no, to be fair, he is actually decent. He just needs a bit more experience first team, but which he's now getting. Temi's gone with Raya, Timber, Galiba, MLS, Party, Marine Slow, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli goes first. That's a 7. That's a 7, mate. You're not putting Zinchenko in there. You're backing up Marino, who I will totally agree with. Marine Slow, because seriously, it sucks right now. But yeah, this team loses 4-0, sadly. Mate, people are saying that we're going to annihilate Forest. I don't think people have been watching Forest this season, if I'm honest, because they're decent and they're going to be a worry. I'm not exactly that confident by it, I'll be honest. I think it will be an Arsenal win, but I think it will be a lot closer than we expect. Right, let's get into challenge, people. Okay, for people that don't know, challenge rules are: choose 6 from the Arsenal, 5 from the opposition, no unavailable players, 1 defender, 1 midfielder, 1 forward from the opposition must be selected. Once you select a player, you cannot swap. Information of the home team is always selected. No former players, present squad only. Now, the once you select a player, you cannot swap him has definitely come into forced this week. I've already obviously I'll type up the team, so I have seen the teams. But yeah, someone put someone somewhere. They couldn't swap them, and they knew what was coming, so they're prepared for this. Right, so let's move on to it. We're going to start with, unsurprisingly, Pierre. Now, Pierre. Unsurprisingly, and not shocking at all. He already is fully aware of this. I will go for the team first. Sells, Timber, Morello, Gabriel, Sinchenko at left back, Partey, Gibbs, White, Rice, Saka, Hudson-Odoi, and Wood. He already knows. Pierre is fully aware of this. He knew this as soon as he did it because he knows me too well. This will have to happen.
I don't think so. No, 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 no. I don't think so.
And we all know why. Sinchenko cannot be left back. He just cannot. Sorry, but see you later. So, Pierre, I'm sorry, mate. You already know this anyway. Also fail. Aaron. So, it's Aaron's to lose now. He just has to go for a good team. So, he's gone with Raya, Aina, Saliba, Murillo, Gabriel at left back, Yates, Odegaard, Anderson, Saka, Hudson-Odoi, and Havertz. Now, it's a good team. Not fantastic. This is obviously quite tricky with being with Forest. There's definitely no 10s. I don't think there's even a 9, to be honest. I think top rating is going to be an 8 max. I have to be honest. For me, it just feels like a 7. Now, this is probably more to do with the fact that both teams are not complete in terms of, Forest need to improve in certain areas. Arsenal need to improve in certain areas as well. So I'm going to have to give it a 7. It's a good effort, but a 7 at best, in my opinion. So, yeah, I'm going to take that off. Let's have a look. This big up to Stephen Foot saying, remember to Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Kivior, Ride, Partey, Marino, Odegaard, Saka, Jesus. Oh, I like right, Stephen. You know why I like this? Because you're changing the formation. 4-3-1-2. I love that. Yes, 100%. 100%. Alternatively, which has Sinchenko and it wins 5-0. Oh god, love it. Temmie's had a go. All right, let's just see if you've kept to the rules first. 1, 2. Temmie, you picked Danilo. He is out. Long term out as well. He picked up a really nasty injury, so unfortunately, that is also an auto fail. Big up to the 90 people watching on a Saturday morning. Thank you ever so much. Really do appreciate it. So yeah, unfortunately, you're an auto fail, mate. Challenge manager. Now, I don't want to get into this because someone's been asking me, "Oh, why don't you choose managers?" And I'm like, it will cause too much upset. Really would. So I'm not going to do it. So yeah, Tommy's not happy with that. Right, BX has had a go with his team. So let's have a look. Raya, Timber, Gabriel, Saliba, MLS, Partey, Rice, Odegaard, Martinelli, Havertz, Saka. I'm giving that an 8 BX because Marino's not anywhere near that. BX, what have you made of Marino? Because I'm going to start asking questions more intent on him at the moment because I don't get it. I don't get it. Look, I know how good he is. I've seen him in Spain. I've seen him playing for Sociedad. I know he's a good player. I don't get him in the Arsenal team at all. It looks really odd. It's like having a black bracelet and all of a sudden having a pink gem on it. But yeah, Stephen's going with a 4-2 win. You know what? That's kind of a score. It wouldn't shock me. Forest are going to trouble us. We might get more goals. It's definitely not going to be a 4-0, 5-0 defeat for Forest, in my opinion. I know people are getting all sorts of ideas that we're absolutely going to annihilate Forest. I don't think you understand football or Forest and how well they've played so far this season. My real challenge team only has Wood and Toy in it. I'm not ready for him to displace Rice yet. You're right. He seems an odd fit. Yeah, it just does. I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. Currently, I just don't think he should be anywhere near the team at the moment. It's like we've gone a more defensive style of football. It's like Arteta's afraid of losing now, which is, we've got attacking flair players and we're holding back. It's like having a guard dog, but cutting out all his teeth and putting sleeping pills in his food. It makes no sense. But yeah. But anyway, I will be back tonight after the game, probably about 7 o'clock around that time for the match review, whatever happens, obviously, because obviously it's a 3 o'clock kickoff, so I can't do the watch along. But guys, really have appreciated it. We've got 110 people watching them right now, so thank you ever so much. Really, really appreciate it for a Saturday morning. But yeah, we'll be back at 7 tonight, and I shall speak to you very, very soon. Bye-bye.